I worked with another fitness owner in the Chicago area, and I'm sitting there as is. I'm just watching the as is, how things are going. And I see people leaving, right? And I'm going, I know when Gail works out, she goes and gets like a health smoothie thing, right? Whatever they're called. Health smoothie? You're in the business, is that right? A health smoothie? A shake thing. Yeah. Go get a green drink or something with all that good stuff in it. And I'm sitting there watching, I'm just doing tick marks, how many people leave. I'm like, I think I got it. So I went back to the office, I created a half sheet of paper, something like this. It had 3 questions on it. First question was, after you leave here, do you go get a health, I use the official name, I'll just say health drink. Do you go get a health drink? 2 boxes, yes, no. Am I getting mad here or am I getting data at this point? I'm getting data. First question, do you go get a health drink? Yes, no. Second question, if answer yes, what kind of health drink do you get? And what's the approximate cost? I get a upside down smoothie, chocolate, peanut butter, blah, 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 $7. $7. Okay. Third question, most important, yes, no. If we offered number 2's drink here, would you be open to getting it here instead of driving down the street? Everybody see where I'm going here? So what starts happening is people are leaving. I'm saying, hey, excuse me, did you enjoy your workout? Yeah. And I'm in like kind of street clothes, right? So I'm not like dressed up in a suit or anything. I said, would you do me a favor? Can you just fill this out real quick? Oh yeah. Got 50 of them in a 4-hour period, right? So anybody want to take a guess on what the number said? First question, do you get a health drink thing after you leave here? What % of the people do you think did? Somebody do the math for me here, because I need somebody to write these down. So 50 people gave me the form. What % said they get a drink?
60.
It was 60%. So 60%, right? Second question, what was the average price they paid for a smoothie thing? About $7.
Wow.
See here? Third question. If we offered it here, what was that percentage? Yes or no? Would they buy it here? 90%. Because like going to find a place to park, and most of those places don't have a drive-through, so it's like the convenience factor, right? So 90%. Okay, so just do the math on that. Let's just say for fun, 100 people come into the gym a day. I'm changing the numbers at this point for confidentiality reasons, but 100 people, do the math on what % would buy the shake at $7. Does anybody have that number yet?
Well, you said 60% of 100, so that's going to be...
Right, 60 shakes times $7. What's that number?
42.
Times, just for fun, let's just say they only buy shakes 200 times a year, 200 days they're open. Is it a lot of money? So I go back to the owner and I say, I'm going to leave now. I have your thing. And he said, well, we got to get a permit to do that because we got to get plumbing installed. And I'm going, please don't take me down this path of all these excuses of why you don't want to do this. So I went back to the administrative assistant. I said, call the city office, ask them how much it costs for a permit, an inspection and all that stuff that you've got to do, how much it's for an industrial sink and blah, blah, blah. The investment would have been 40 grand. 40 grand. One-time fee, right? How much revenue will we generate on the shakes? Yeah, the number. Minus the 40 grand expense. Ask me if they ever put the shake thing in. No, they didn't. Ridiculous, right? So how do you translate that story? A couple of key things I want to review for you. I'm supposed to be offering my coaching program, but I just can't stop teaching. I'm sorry, but this is just how I am. First thing is that one piece of paper with the 3 right questions. So how can you ask the 3 right questions to find your next big thing? What is your next big thing? 3 questions, right? Number 2, objective math. I got a little emotional during the discussion, but ultimately I went back to, let me just show you the numbers, how this looks. Here's your amount of revenue you can generate. Here's the expense of 40 grand to do it. And basically it's up to them whether or not they did it. So questions, objective data, ROI decision. Is this return on investment make sense? Should we do this? Should we not?
I belong to a couple fitness gyms, and one of them I've been watching for a long time. And anyway, so they spent $2 million refurbishing this gym, and it's 33,000 square feet. It's around the corner from my house. It's in Westlake, Texas, by Trophy Club. It's the most wealthiest area in the United States for a little village or a population. So he's got this area for a juice bar. And it's got plumbing.
Come on up here
It's
with
got
me.
tile.
I don't think we got you in the
It's got-
video yet.
I mean, heck, I used to teach aerobics in front of a bunch of women, so get in front of people.
Gotta get inside that yellow line.
That's the wrong video. That's the wrong video. You don't have the real one. Yes, but that's what you wore back then with tights. It was a cold day. Otherwise, you wouldn't have, but you did back then. It was like a long time ago. So it has the plumbing and everything, like for the juice bar. I mean, heck, you could do paninis. You could do anything you want. Well, no lie, I love all that stuff. I grow my own. Not alfalfa, but wheatgrass and stuff like that.
You're looking at the wrong guy if you want me to talk about that stuff.
Right. So I
Give me a
grow my
pepperoni
own
pizza, I'm good,
alternative
bro.
stuff. So with that being said, I would normally go 3.9 miles the other direction from the gym, which is 1.2 miles from my house, to go to Jamba Juice to either get a drink or one of those mood drinks or whatever. All right, I really do, and I spend about $7 depending on the size that I get. And when they went through the deal, I'm like, well, how come we don't have smoothies or the drinks, right here? Because I want to go 1.2 miles because we have a lot of traffic there on Highway 114. He's like, oh, he keeps thinking about it, he keeps talking about it, but he hadn't yet done it. But the math and everything he said there is true because there's nothing but busy executives from 50 to 70 years of age, have more money than sense, that are living there hoping we can get lunch or a snack right there because there's a big screen TV, and on Sundays we're watching the Cowboys after we work out and everything, and literally they'd make a small fortune. And they're messing it, and we're all hopping in our cars going back to South Lake to Jamba Juice.
Yep.
I mean, and you're saying it, and this was literally like last week, and I'll be there tomorrow
I'm
afternoon.
sitting here looking like something is wrong with him. Like, I need
Yeah.
to call 911 or something because you're gonna have a
Well,
seat.
but I felt like you. It's like, oh, well.